What's happening, iOS Pandas? Peter from Panda here. I got this Miracase. Mira. If you ever watched Mira on television, on Telemundo. Anyway, this case is big, and where does it say? They call it the Ultra Hybrid Case. It's in clear, and I guess they don't say it on the side, but I can tell you it's for the iPhone XS Max. And the reason I got this is because you're probably looking at for cases, and you want them to show up when you get your iPhone, so you're not carrying around a naked iPhone for a few days. That's always your worst fear, is to go to work and have your iPhone naked. Anyway, listen. So I picked this up, wanted to take a look at it. We'll take a look at it when my Max comes too, but as you can see, it seems to be a TPU. I'm assuming TPU. This is a pretty rigid, clear case, but it's not like a tempered glass case, I don't think. Man, I wish they had printed more on here. I'll be honest. I actually think that's maybe what the hybrid is. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of thinking that it's more like a polycarbonate back and then like TPU sides. Even though these sides are a little more rigid than some of the TPU I'm used to, it just generally feels like that. As you can see, it's kind of squishy. But this has more rigidness to it than any other TPU case I've had before. So I think it's just two pieces molded together. And in fact, I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to keep my hand behind it because otherwise it's going to be a little hard to see here. Focus. You can see we have little laser dots, little laser etched dots on the inside. I can feel them, not a lot, but that is going to help create or prevent having those splotches where the case adheres to the back of the phone and creates, like the illusion of a discoloration, right? So they're kind of like air releases, and that keeps the case looking nice and even when it's attached to the phone. You can see molded in volume rocker buttons here, cut out for the mute switch. On the corner here, we have you can see these three little holes there, these little negative spaces, but you can't feel them on the outside. They have to be on the inside, and they are. So what that'll do is give you a little bit of a soft corner, and you don't have that rigid or that roughness on the outside, so you're not going to have them catching on anything or on all the corners as far as I can tell. Now, the bottom here, the cutouts for the speakers and the microphone and the lightning bolts are all fully cut out. Sometimes these are just holes that line up, so they haven't done that. Just a full cutout there. A molded in, let's go on this side. Molded in power button right there, and then a cutout here for the camera lens. Now, if you look at how thick, I'd probably call it 1.5 millimeters, I'm guessing. Thick polycarbonate back to it. So we don't have a raised lip around the camera lens. I think the polycarbonate, just the thickness of it, is going to create an extra raised edge to it, and that's probably going to create maybe some protection. To be honest, I'll have to see when I get it, but the camera lens might be even with that. Now, I just want to show you here, demonstrate a little bit with the iPhone X or the iPhone 10 how this fits, and oops, dropping all my stuff, and that this is for the Max. Obviously, it's quite a bit bigger. The camera housing is basically the same. I think it's a little bit bigger. In fact, I think it's a millimeter longer, which is why we have a little gap there. I think I saw that in the specs. And the width is like 1/4 millimeter wider. So this camera housing is a little bit bigger on the Max. But as you can see there, that's what it'll look like, except it'll fill it out. And, if it's about the same thickness, what we'll also have here too is a little bit of a raised edge, so get a little screen protection too. So pretty cool. I like this. And especially I like the idea of clear cases like this, because you probably bought your phone in the color combo you want, especially if you got the new gold one. You want to show it off, you want nothing obstructing it, bling bling, gold, silver, space gray, whatever. You get to show it off with a clear case. Check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description. This was pretty inexpensive. Got it on Amazon, so you can get one there too. Peter von Panda out.